The King and the Wise Men. Once upon a time there was a king who wanted to understand the reason for the behavior of all human beings. He spent an entire year thinking about the subject without being able to solve the enigma, so he finally turned to the wise men of his kingdom. To his surprise, they weren't able to give him a convincing answer. Since he did not want to die without finding the solution to the enigma, he decided to order these wise men to go through the known world of that time inch by inch, in order to obtain as much information as possible. The wise men, after many years and after walking countless kilometers, thought they had managed to fulfill their mission, without knowing their work had just begun. The king, although he thanked them for their efforts, entrusted them to the next step, summarizing the immense library they had created in just one book. The wise men, astonished, looked at each other with discontent, but knowing that the orders of the kings were to be fulfilled, they left in silence, to carry out such a great task. Finally, after several more years of hard work, they appeared before their king and delivered the requested book. He read it and immediately required them to continue with a new one, to summarize all that book in just one page. The wise men set out again, aware that although this task seemed simpler than the previous one, it was actually much more complex and difficult to perform. In 3 years of intense work, the wise men were able to appear before their king with the satisfaction of the task accomplished, and they delivered the requested sheet. He congratulated them again for their effort and began to read the work, but a day later he brought them together and once again entrusted them with another mission, to summarize the sheet in a single sentence. The surviving wise men, since some, over the years, had died, left the palace to return the following month with the work solved. The king read the sentence, and very satisfied, he told them that he still had to ask them for one last effort, to summarize the sentence in a single word, which would finally answer the question that had been raised many years ago. This time the wise men withdrew hastily, motivated perhaps by seeing the end of their long task approaching, but also because unveiling the mystery was not only important for their king, but also for themselves, who during that time had even become wiser. In just 1 week of intense work and discussions, they all agreed and inscribed the word on a papyrus, which they would give to the king during a festival that was to be held soon. When the right moment arrived, the oldest sage approached the monarch and, bowing before him, presented him with the sealed papyrus. The king, very moved, opened it with trembling hands, to read the word that he had sought so much and wanted to know. The word was survival.